checking in at Folkestone. Oh, beat me to it. Yeah. Oh, earlier booking, earlier crossing. Don't mind if I do. Oh, it's so easy. Bon voyage. Nurburgring, here we come. All done in 60 seconds. So, having driven over to the Nurburgring a little bit earlier, gave me a little bit of time to be a tourist whilst I was over there. So, having checked into my hotel, my chosen hotel is always the Pension Sonnen there, which is brilliant. So make sure you check that out on booking.com. And then I headed up to the Nurburgring Castle. As you can see, on a day like today, it was absolutely beautiful, and it gives you a completely different perspective of the circuit and the town and the landscape around the Nurburgring, which is amazing. Then I went and checked out Turn 13 and down towards Hats and Back, which again, not something I normally do, so it was great to then go and see that and see the track from a different perspective. Driving around the Nurburgring is also an experience in itself. It seems to have its own rules. There's a race car on the road here, and this is not the only race car you'll see. You'll see GT3 cars very regularly being driven from the circuit to Moist Park, where a lot of the teams are based. VLN8 also debuted a lot of brand new cars. Here we can see the old Audi R8 versus the brand new Audi R8, which, as the VLN, you can run an unhomologated car. It was getting its first run out of the year, which was really cool to see. You can see the differences between the old and the new. And then Aston Martin also running their new Vantage GT3 car as well. So yeah, lots to see at VLN8, which is very cool. So yeah, let's race then. Good morning from VLN8. Oh, what a view. And we are here in, believe it or not, October. And it is going to be 20 degrees later on, which is mad. We've had qualifying and we're all just starting to grid up now. So we are on the grid. Qualifying was a very mixed affair. None of the fast times that we saw from VLN7 were repeated. It was very damp in all of the sectors where there was shade effectively. So sector 1 was dry, sector 2, 3, 4, 5 was okay. Which means the times are about 35 seconds off what they should have been. Even though that we ended up putting the car P5, the 2018 Audi R8 and the 2019 R8, sorry, and the 2019 Aston are on 1-2. But because they're unhomologated SBX cars, I believe they're going to be starting from the back of our SP9 grid. So that puts us effectively on P3 behind the work-centred Augusto Farfus car, which is just using this race as a test. So hopefully they should stay out of our way. And then the number 9 Phoenix car had a shunt in quali, so I'm not sure whether that's going to make it out or not. So that puts us in effective either P1 or P2, which is really good. So yeah, we're looking for a strong race by the looks of things. This is the work centre car just here. I'll show some clips on qualifying just now. And here is the work centre car just here. So running through this qualifying session, you can see on the Grand Prix circuit, nice and dry, just looking past the traffic here. Sun is out, blue sky, nothing to worry about too much heading out into Nordschleife. However, through Hats and Back, and then heading up towards Flugplatz, there is a code 120, which was there for a majority of the session, so slowing the car down from top speed down to 120 k's, holding on the limiter, and then just on the left hand side you will see a pink code 60 board. So now I'm slowing the car down to 60 kph. as there was an incident being cleared up through flood clamps. And this is incidentally the qualifying lap for the number 36 car. So this is the fastest lap of the car, to give you an indication of what the session was like. Guys are there repairing the barrier. That's where the car ended up. So it's a big old accident. Flood clamps. It's not slow around there. Now accelerating back up to racing speed again. So now headed down towards Foxhole, you can start to see the damp offline in the shade. This is one of the places where the damp stays, so be careful. And then also coming out of X-Ruler and then down towards the Lauder links and the bottom half of the circuit, you can see where the dry damp is just purely in the shade from the mountain from the morning dew, sorry. And that is what is affecting the car so badly, and that's caused all of the shunts this morning. It looks dry, but you get to patches where it's wet, and then you're in trouble. Coming back out of the shade onto dry circuits again, then going back into the shade here for Crosstal. Again, the track is completely damp here. It's very tricky through here, very tricky through here, but then you back out onto, I'm just trying to warm the tyres, get rid of the mountain dew, and here posing as the cars fly past. Whilst I'm waiting for my turning qualifying. And then this is on board with Rudy. You can see on the left hand side here the Phoenix car, which qualified P2 but ended up in the barrier. So will it make the race? I'm not sure. This is one of the Manfield Mercedes who damaged the car during qualifying. So you can see from the 755s that we had last time out, the fastest lap time is actually done by the two brand new cars at 8:31. So it's a very slow session.
With Brazilian Augusto Farfus at the wheel. A very accomplished driver, the Schnitzer BMW team running it. So a proper worked effort. And yeah, in theory, we should line up either P2 or P3. Here comes our car now, so we'll find out where we line up. Can't see any Audi people down here, I must admit, so whether they've managed to fix the car or not is another thing altogether. Looks like we're going to line up P3. So here is the weapon just here. Mechanics are tired. We obviously need to stop qualifying so high up the grid, so they had to push so far. So yeah, Andreas is starting, so we expect to maybe drop back a little bit. I'll be in second and then in fourth as well, so it's going to be a good long run for me, which I'm looking forward to in these conditions. So yeah, we'll check back just after the start of the race. This is how close they got to not making the grid. They're quite literally sticking it back together on the grid.
Ultimate race of the VLN season with new cars setting the tone for 2019, but it is a BMW that gets away very, very well in the hands of Augusto Farfus. I mentioned the Armco barrier that leads into the pit lane, while some cars getting really close to that track side with one of the Fricadelli Porsches squeezed up alongside it, but it is the Brazilian Augusto Farfus who's got the getaway in the big BMW M6, and now looping around the outside, a very fast starting SPS Automotive Mercedes, it looks like, either in the hands of Eduardo Mortara or Renger van der Zande. That'll be car 10 then, already making inroads to the front of the field. In third position is the Audi from the front row, so that's the number 9 Phoenix machine, and also well starting is the Auto Arena Motorsport Mercedes up to fourth place. That's the Patrick Assenheimer Dom Baumann machine, side by side further back as well, Paul.
Yes, and it's the Wochenspiegel team Monschau Ferrari that's trying to make up ground there, and that's kicking up the dust as he but number 12 is the Manthey Porsche, which we said was running slowly out on the circuit, so that might be for more than just a routine pit stop. That might be a problem for that car, or an early puncture or something like that. So if we do get another shot of the pit lane, tell us whether that car has got into the garage. Also coming in is the Valkenhorst BMW, the Total sponsored car. This is the David Pittard driven car. The Citroen was David 36, yes. David Pittard, Rudy Adams coming into the pits as well. Just giving a little nudge to the bollard there, which marks the edge of the fast lane, as it were. It's 60 or 80 kilometres an hour. I think it's 80 kilometres an hour.
So as I set out into my stint, I'm looking to try and do the best I can. This Audi ahead of me is on its outlap, and through Protocol was a little bit nervous. You can see it's got a bit of damage from earlier on in the race as well. This gave me a fantastic run in the slipstream up towards Curva, and this is a damn brave move if I don't say so myself. Fair play to Vincent Cole for giving me the room at the apex there, but I stuck it out on the inside, gave room the next right hand kink, and managed to take the position which I really needed. However, only a few corners later, maybe a few minutes, over the jump into Flansgarten 1, and then suddenly the car does not feel right as it starts to turn left. Over Flansgarten 2, the car is not feeling right whatsoever. Into the better places, I pull over to the left hand side, the car is squirming, it's moving, and then down the dotting arm, reporting to the team something up with the suspension of the car. It turned out to be a rear right toe link that had failed, which was really unfortunate, really frustrating, which meant a garage visit. We dropped a lap. I was able to get back out and complete the rest of my stint, but we were already a lap down. Put to the end of any good result. Great shame.
Because it's Mortara that's on the screen, but as I say, Rekker van der Zande must have driven the car by now, because we're over 2 hours and 20 minutes into the race, and there's nothing to stop Eduardo Mortara going it alone, but I would have thought that van der Zande would have been out by now, and we just haven't been told about it on the screen. Going through behind, and around about 27 seconds behind, is Dominic Baumann, now at the wheel of the Auto Arena Motorsport Mercedes. So those two in first and second places, Mercedes 1-2 therefore. In third place, but still waiting for third place to come through, is Felipe Larza at the wheel of the Piccadilly Porsche. That car fresh out of the pits, having stopped on the previous lap. Still with Klaus Aberlin to drive that car. He is the premium element to the driver lineup, but we'll expect Klaus to only get in the car for the final stint of the race.
It was a rather slow lap last time around for Darren Turner in the Aston Martin Vantage 2019 spec GT3 car. And I'm just wondering whether that was because of a pit stop or whether it was some other drama. But 12.5 minutes it took, and therefore Darren has lost position.
That was for his 15th lap. Because he's not yet completed 16. Yes, so that will have included the pit stop. Yes, so that was an out lap for Darren, having taken the car over from Maxime Martin, who did the first 2 stints.
Yes, and the Audi, did the Audi pit on the same lap then, number 52?
No, that pitted a lap earlier.
Okay, doing the switch from Christopher Haase to Jamie Green.
Correct. So the Audi pitted a lap earlier, and it was a quicker pit stop therefore for the Audi, so the Audi is now a bit further ahead of the Aston Martin than it was on the previous time around. Just trying to work out whether or not we were talking about the last VLN race reaching 29 laps. This one has absolutely no chance of reaching 29 because of the slow pace that we've had. And indeed, it might not even reach 28 because with so many laps around the 9 minutes mark, we're 2 hours 25 minutes into this. We're currently on lap 17, and by my reckoning, we're therefore only going to get to 27 laps of this race.
As we lap down, I was instructed by the team to let the get speed
possibly. I know we did have a 27, had a couple of 27 lap races already this year, so this looks like it might not break any records in that sense.
So yeah, that's how I
not be a full 28 laps, it's still 4 hours, but it looks like we're only going to get 27 laps out of this race.
Again, not a strong result.
Porsche overtaking BMW, but not for position, because the Volkenhorst Motorsport M6, now driven by David Pittard, has just been lapped by the number 2 Porsche.
Which is a shame. However, one consolidation of the weekend was actually seeing the Pro number 35 car, PlayStation car, getting up on the podium of Hunter, Jordan and Jonathan, which was great to see. So it's great to cheer the team on and see the Volkenhorst colours in the top 3 and up on the podium as well. So congrats to them. So yeah, catch up next time at VLN8.